Test 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to historic Tysinger and this matchup between the visiting Limestone Saints and your Warriors of Southern Wesleyan. The Saints wearing the yellow tops with blue numbers, and your Warriors wearing the silver tops and blue numbers. Southern Wesleyan enters today's contest at 0-5 in conference played, and Limestone sits at number 2 in the conference at 5-1 overall. Remember, your Warriors will be back in action Saturday, 2 o'clock first serve, as the Warriors play host to Converse, the Valkyries from Spartanburg, South Carolina. We're just about ready to go here in historic Tysinger on the campus of Southern Wesleyan here in central South Carolina. Our students are on fall break, and our student athletes are not, as they're competing tonight and tomorrow. Starting for your Warriors, it's number 8, Amber Bass. Number 9, Ashlyn Holford. Number 2, Jesse Souls. Number 14, Letcher. Number 1, Sheets. And rounding out the lineup is number 12, Anna Martin. First serve now comes from the Saints. Dugout back. Letcher, middle set. Attack now by Bass. Dugout back row. Our side set, and the attack comes. Dugout there. Now Letcher dumps it, and it's down. Point, Southern Wesleyan. Vaughn ends in along with Johnson for the Warriors, who trail 3-1 here in set 1. Service given by Vonens, received back row, middle set, our side attack comes. Dug out there by Souls. Johnson knocks it back in. Vonens up and over the net. Limestone there. Long run given. Third one has to get up and over, and it does. Here come the Warriors now. Middle attack from Bass. Bass dumps it over. Here come the Saints now. Deep attack. Dug out back row. Here comes Southern Wesleyan our side with Johnson, and that one's going to be down for the point. Warriors within 1 at 3-2. Vonens with service. Back row by the Saints. Here comes the attack, and it goes back row. Has to get knocked over, and the Warriors got to take advantage of this one. Pop back over to the Saints. Saints go far side now on the attack. Good dig there by Souls, and she pops it back over for the Warriors. Far side on the attack comes, and that one's down. That is a solid point for Williams and the Saints. 4-2 now, the guest lead here in historic Tysinger. Williams with service, back row to Souls. Letcher now comes up. Good action right now by both teams. Limestone able to convert. Across, and it's blocked back to the Warriors. Bass comes this side to Johnson. She rolls one, and it hits the ground, and point for the Warriors. Warriors within 2. Service up and over, dug out, middle set, our side on the attack. It's into the net, so that's 4 hits against the Saints, and the Warriors now within 1. 7-6, the Saints lead here in set 1. Service up and over, receive back row. Middle set, our side on the attack. Straight down is number 12, Madison Ford. Point for the Saints. Service by Bergen, receive back row, Vonens, middle set, far side on attack, left hand this time for Johnson, and that one's long. Point Saints. 9-6 now, the Saints pushed it back out to 3. Service up and over, received by Souls to Sheets. Vonens knocks it over, dug out back row, middle set, far side on the attack. Blocked back over to the Saints. Here they come now with the deep attack. Dug out back row, Vonens to Sheets, to Souls now on the attack. And that called against the Warriors, so that gives the point to the Saints. 10-6 now the lead. Johnson to Sheets, to Stone. She puts it down. Point Warriors. Sarah Stone, the senior out of Simpsonville, South Carolina, just returning to action. Foot has been in a boot for a few weeks and now back in the lineup today. Service up and over, receive back row, middle set, middle attack comes by the Saints. That one's long, point back to the Warriors. Martin with service up and over, receive back row, middle set, our side on the attack. Finds the hole in the defense, point Saints. 11-8 now in favor of Limestone here in set 1. Souls, middle set, Sheets. She goes short, and it's knocked over. Here come the Saints now, as Sheets had the double hit, but for a second had the up ref fooled. Service up and over to Souls. Sheets on the run. Here comes Holford, goes back right corner. That one's into the net off the Saints, so point Warriors. Letcher in for Stone. 12-9 Saints lead. And it just feels like the Warriors are ready for some kind of run here in set 1. Service. Dug out back row. Third one has to get up and over, and it does. Here come the Warriors now on the attack. Letcher tries to get one to Malav, and it's not there. So point Saints. Timing was off on that set. $13-9 now. Limestone with service to Martin. Long run for Letcher. Sheets pops it over, dug out. Here come the Saints, our side on the attack. And a tip called against the Warriors. So point Saints. 14-9, Saints lead. Carpenter, the 5'7" sophomore out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, readies for service. That one's long, point Warriors. $14-10 here in set 1. Souls with service, received back row by the Saints. Middle set, our side comes on the attack. Blocked by the Warriors. And a lift called against Southern Wesleyan. So point Saints. Substitution in, that's number 10 coming in for Limestone. Warriors stay with the same lineup here. 15-10. Martin to Letcher, our side to Sheets. It's blocked and out of play, so it's off the Saints, point Warriors. Vonens and Johnson in for the Warriors here. Bonins with service. Into the net. Point Saints. (16-11) now in favor of the visiting Limestone College Saints. Bonins to Souls to Johnson, goes left hand, dug out there by Limestone. It's dumped over. Souls is there. Battle at the net for Letcher, and the Saints get that point. That's going to lead to a timeout called by the Warriors and head coach Julia Reiniger. We'll take a quick timeout too. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
Trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea. Always has a refill ready. And welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new. And who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food for
Back to historic Tysinger. We're ready for the conclusion here of set one with Limestone currently leading 17-11. Timeout was called by Southern Wesleyan to see if a momentum can change here. Set one as Williams continues to serve for the Saints. Here come the Warriors, middle set, middle attack, and that's straight down for Amber Bass and the Warriors. (17-12) in favor of the Saints. It's number one, Darby Sheets, ready for service. Pops it over. Here come the Saints. Middle attack comes. Dug out by the Warriors, and Vonen's able to get it over. Here come the Saints again. Our side on the attack. This time dug out by Souls. Long run for Sheets. Here comes Johnson. Blocked back into the Warriors' court. Point Saints. (18-12) in favor of the Saints here in set one. Dug out by Johnson. Here comes Stone. Off the block and dug out by the Saints. Sure seemed like four, but no call. And that's going to be a point for the Saints. (19-12) Saints lead. Johnson to Sheets. And a replay called as the extra ball got onto the court. Surface of play. So here we are at 19-12. Service now by number 11, Rohrer. And here come the Warriors on the attack. Far side now for Limestone. Cuts it all the way across, an impossible angle and down. Point Saints. Service up and over to Johnson, to Sheets, to Stone. Dug out by the Saints. Dumped over as Souls tries to pick one and can't get to it in time. So point Saints. And a second timeout called here in set one by the Warriors. Saints lead 21-12. We'll take a timeout too. You're listening to this Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.
Back to action here in historic Tysinger, where the Saints continue to lead the Warriors 21-12. Vonins to Sheets, middle to Stone, knocked back over to the Warriors. Here come the Warriors now with Johnson, knocks it over, and here come the Saints now on the attack. Third one's up and over. Sheets to Vonins. Vonins goes far side to Stone. Stone cuts one down the right side. Saints go back on this attack, and that one finds it right here in front of the skybox and down point for the Saints. 22-12, commanding lead for Limestone here in set one. Service is up and over to Johnson. And down, as that is an ace for the Saints. Service up and over, received by Johnson. Sheets to Johnson, off the block and out, so point for Southern Wesleyan. Pass in for the Warriors. She readies for service at 23-13 in favor of Limestone. Limestone now dumps it with the setter. That's number 17. And point number 24, Souls back in for a Bass. Service now to Johnson, to Sheets. And that's down, point for the Warriors. Martin and Stone in for Southern Wesleyan here in set one at 24-14, trailing the Saints. Martin with service, received back row, long run for the setter, far side now on the attack. That one's down, and that's the point, and the set one to the Saints, 25-14. We'll be back for set two in just a second. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network. Welcome back to Historic Tysinger and set 2 in this matchup between the Limestone Saints and your hometown Southern Wesleyan Warriors. Limestone took set 1, 25-14, as we get ready with the lineups. The down ref reviews it, and looks like we're about ready to go here for set 2. Southern Wesleyan will open with service. And here we go. Set 2 is off. Received back row by the Saints. Middle set, our side on the attack. Down and point for the Saints. Del Bosque now in for the Saints. Saints, remember, are 5-1 in conference, 8-6 overall. Trying to keep pace with league-leading Belmont Abbey. Sits at 5-0. 2-0 now here in set 2 in favor of the Saints. Sheets to Letcher to Bass. And down. Well, they call it that the Limestone Saints got there. Letcher pops it over the Saints. Here they come now. Far side on the attack, off the block and out, so a point for the Saints. 3-0 Limestone. Letcher goes back to Holford. Holford pops it over. Here come the Saints with the middle set. Our side on the attack and down. Point Saints. Four nothing right now. Saints lead here in set 2. Sheets to Letcher to Bass. Knocks it up and over. The Saints pop it up. Here come them on our side. Pop back over to the Saints. And it's down. Point for Southern Wesleyan there. As the return surprised the Saints. Vonins and Johnson in for Southern Wesleyan, who trails by 3 here in set 2. Vonins with service. Middle set. Our side attack. Vonins with the dig. Letcher back to Vonins. And that one's deep, so point for the Saints. 5-1 Limestone leads here in set 2. Vonins, Sheets, and Johnson pops it over. Here come the Saints now. Middle set, middle attack comes, and out of play, so point Warriors. Smith in for Limestone. Stone in for the Warriors. Darby Sheets ready for service for Southern Wesleyan. Here come the Saints, our side on the attack. Pushed over to Sheets, and the Warriors are in the net, so point Limestone. (6-2) in favor of the Saints. Long run for Souls, and that one's out of play, so a point for Limestone. Warriors need to get with this one up and over. They do. Here come the Saints now. Middle set, far side on the attack. And that's down. Point for the Saints. 8-2 here in set 2. That one hits the tape and rolls over. And that's going to lead to a timeout called by Southern Wesleyan. 9-2 the lead. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
Wake up and focus. I wonder if you ever considered that you only have one life to live. I wonder if you have the courage to be exactly who you were called to be. I wonder if you understand that you can do anything if only you believe it. I wonder if anyone told you that you can be a leader, a trendsetter, the innovator of that brand new whatever that's not here yet, but that's only because
out of the timeout, the Saints lead 9-2 here in set 2, winning set 1 25-14. Limestone with service. Vonins to Sheets, far side to Stone, rolls it up and over the block. Saints are there. Dumped over, but knocked back over to the Saints. Back over again to the Saints. Now this time they come with the attack our side. Hits the tape, but Souls is there. Sheets now to Johnson. Back over to the Warriors. And that's 4 touches against the Warriors. Point Limestone. Rohrer with service. Hits the tape again and rolls over. Back to the Saints now. Popped up and over. Souls is there. Middle set. Far side to Johnson. Rattles around in the ceiling and down. Point Southern Wesleyan. Bass with service, received back row by the Saints. Middle set into the net. 4 touches against the Saints, so point for Southern Wesleyan. Service up and over, received by the Saints. Battle at the net, won by Limestone. That's number 17, Bergen, the 5'10 senior. Able to put that one to the floor and point for Limestone. Now leading 11-4 here in set 2. Illegal rotation called against Limestone, so point for the Warriors. So the point to the Warriors, and service now for Southern Wesleyan as Anna Martin, number 12, readies herself here. Warriors down 6 in set 2. Service is up and over. Limestone gives chase. Third one's got to get up and over, and it does. Souls is there. Here come the Warriors now on the attack. Back to Holford. Holford blocked back in by Limestone and down, so point for the Saints. (12-5). Limestone leads. Souls. Holford. Back to Stone. Dug out there by the Saints. Third one's up and over. Set there by the Warriors. Martin now with the attack. Here comes the Saints. Far side on the attack. Blocked back over. And into the ceiling, so that gives the point. Point to Limestone. 13-5 here in set 2 for the Saints. That one's into the net, so point back to the Warriors. Letcher in, Stone out for Southern Wesleyan. Letcher with service, goes deep with it. Far side, set, middle attack. That one's long, so the point for the Warriors here in set 2. Now trailing by 5. Service up and over. Here come the Saints now on the attack. Middle set, far side attack. Block back over to the Saints and off the Saints. So point Southern Wesleyan. A little bit of life here in set 2 for Southern Wesleyan. Letcher continues to serve. Far side comes the attack from the Saints. Dug out back row. Here come the Warriors with Souls. Pops it over. Here come the Saints now. Far side on the attack. Blocked and down though. Point Saints. (14-8). Saints continue to lead. Moonball serve. Battle at the net. Going to be won by number 6. And the Saints with the point. Here come the Warriors with Holford. And it's off the Saints and down. So point Southern Wesleyan. 15-9. Saints continue to lead here in set 2. Ace for Southern Wesleyan and the Warriors. Souls with service. Here come the Saints. It's in the middle and it's called a replay as the up ref blew the whistle prior to it being touched again by the Saints. Looked like a sure point there for Southern Wesleyan. Souls. Middle set, far side on the attack are the Saints. This time the Warriors pop it over and down. And the Warriors get that point back. 15-11 now in favor of the Saints here in set 2. That one floats long, point Saints. Service dug out back row. Long run, not in time. Point Saints, 17-11. Souls to Letcher to Sheets. Sheets pops it over. Dug out back row by the Saints. Middle attack come from the Saints. Knocked back over to Limestone. Here they come. They dump it over into the right corner and find a spot. Point Limestone. That's going to lead to a timeout by Reiniga and the Warriors, who trail 18-11 here in set 2. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network. Back to action here in set 2. Here come the Warriors on the attack. Bass pops it over. Here come the Saints now. Our side on the attack. Into the net. Point Warriors. And Southern Wesleyan within 6. Bonins and Johnson in for the Warriors. Dugout back row, long run for the Saints, popped over. Bonins is there. Middle set. Our side attack, blocked back into the Warriors. Johnson knocks it over and dug out by the Saints. Now the Saints come with the attack our side. Souls is there, but the Warriors into the net. Point Limestone. Letcher to Johnson, who goes right-handed. Dug out there by the Saints. Deep attack comes from the Saints. Dug out by Vonins. Far side now with Johnson. Left hand this time. Dug out by the Saints. Here they come our side on the attack and down, so point Saints. (20-12). Middle attack by Bass. Here come the Saints. Backside on the attack, knocked back over to the Saints. Deep attack is long, so point Southern Wesleyan. Smith in for the Saints. Stone in for the Warriors. 20-13, the Saints lead here in set 2. Darby Sheets readies for service. And that's going to be into the net. Point Warriors. Sheets with service. Dug out back row. Long run for the Saints. Our side on the attack. Dug out back row by Vonins. Sheets goes to Johnson. Right-handed this time. Dug out by the Saints. Here they come on the bump over. And that's going to get to the ground. Point Saints. (21-14) in favor of Limestone. Johnson, back to Johnson, blocked back to the Warriors. Sheets goes far side to Stone. Stone not able to get over top of it, and it goes long. Point Limestone. 22-14 in favor of the Saints here in set 2. Vonins to Sheets to Stone, pops it over. Here come the Saints. Knocked over again by the Saints. Sheets to Vonins, far side now to Johnson. Johnson finds the spot in the back, and point Warriors. (22-15). Now Amber Bass, number 8. Freshman out of Chester, South Carolina, readies for service. Warriors down 7. Middle attack comes by the Saints, and off the block and down, point Saints. This is number 2. Madison Williams puts it away. Jordan Bowen enters for the Saints. Johnson, Sheets to Stone. Again, floats long. 24-15. That serve is short into the net. Point Warriors. Holford and Martin in for Southern Wesleyan. Saints on our side with the attack. Finds the spot, and it's 25-16, set 2 winner for Limestone. We'll be back for set 3 here in a matter of minutes. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
Wake up and focus. I wonder if you ever considered that you only have one life to live. I wonder if you have the courage to be exactly who you were called to be. I wonder if you understand that you can do anything if only you believe it. I wonder if anyone told you that you can be a leader, a trendsetter, the innovator of that brand new whatever that's not here yet, but that's only because you didn't introduce it yet. I wonder if you realize that your life's purpose is bigger than you and that it's ready to be awakened and make its mark in history. Are you awake yet? But what if there's a place for you? A place where you can dream higher, dream bigger, where your dreams and your future collide with God's vision and direction, where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where professors are more like mentors and guides, where generosity is contagious, and if you catch it, you might just change the world, y'all. There is a place where real faith-filled community allows you to know and be fully known, where faith is filled to the brim, so full it can wash away your doubts, where servant leaders of the next generation are grown, where your story can be written and change the course of history. In that place, Southern Wesleyan University. So it's time to wake up. You only have one life to live, because this is not a drill. This is not about cliches, shallow taglines, or some inspirational quote for you to tweet, snap, pin, or post. No, this is where snooze buttons are frozen, alarm clocks are broken, where feet hit the floor because dreams are now woken. This is it. Awaken your dreams. Awaken your soul. Awaken your purpose. This, Southern Wesleyan University.
Here we are ready for set 3. Back here in historic Tysinger on the campus of Southern Wesleyan in central South Carolina. Limestone taking sets 1 and 2, 25-14 in set 1 and 25-16 in set 2, as we ready ourselves for service by the Saints. Sheets to Letcher to Holford. Dug out by the Saints. Middle set, far side on the attack. Blocked and just wide. So a point, Saints there. Good block by the Warriors. Not fortunate enough to have it land back in bounds. Souls to Letcher, our side to Sheets. Dug out back row by the Saints. Far side on the attack by Williams. And that one's down. Point Saints. They jump out to a 2-0 lead. Back row from Sheets to Letcher to Holford. Pops it over. Limestone pops it over with the setter and down. Point Saints. Saints pop out to an early lead again here in third set, 3-0. Remember, your Warriors will be back in action tomorrow. Right back here in historic Tysinger, 2 o'clock first serve against the Valkyries of Converse College. Letcher to Sheets. Dug out back row by the Saints. Here they come now in the deep attack. Martin to Letcher to Souls. Here come the Saints now, our side on the attack. And the Warriors into the net, so point Saints. Sheets, Letcher, back to Sheets. And that one spins across the tape all the way to the other side and down. Point Warriors. That one's into the net. Point Saints. Bonins, Letcher, backside to Sheets. Just long. Touched by the Saints gives the point to Southern Wesleyan. (5-2) Limestone leads here in set 3. Sheets now ready for service. It's received back row by the Saints. Battle at the net, won by the Warriors. Johnson and Southern Wesleyan. Sheets with service, back row, far side on the attack. Souls to Sheets to Johnson, block back to the Warriors. Battle at the net. Won by Johnson and the Warriors. 5-4, Southern Wesleyan. Trails by 1 here in set 3. Trails by 2 in the match. Trying to extend the match by winning here in set 3. Sheets. Middle attack coming from the Saints, and it gets through the block and down. Point Limestone. Timeout on the floor as Darby Sheets has a conversation with Coach Reiniger. (6-4) here in favor of a Limestone in set 3. The Saints have won set 1 25-14 and set 2 25-16 here during this timeout. And we'll take a timeout here with Southern Wesleyan and Coach Reiniger. You're listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security, in the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun.
Back to action here in historic Tysinger with the Saints lead in set 3, 6-4 over the home team Warriors. Far side to Stone, and it's into the net. So point, Limestone. 7-4 in set 3 in favor of the Saints, who continue to serve here. Popped over by Sheets. Here come the Saints, far side on the attack, and that's straight down for the Saints. And number 6, Vanessa Bloss. Vonens, Sheets, middle to Johnson, dug out there by the Saints. Middle attack comes, dug out by Vonens. Sheets comes our side to Johnson, and it's down and point for Southern Wesleyan. Holford now for service. It's up and over and received by the Saints. Deep attack comes from the Saints and into the net, so 4 touches against the Saints gives the point to Southern Wesleyan. Warriors down 2 here in set 3. Moon ball's up and over and received by the Saints. Middle attack comes. The Warriors into the net again. And gives the point to the Saints. (9-6) Saints lead here in set 3 as number 17, Bergen, serves. Souls with the dig. Here comes Sheets far side to Johnson, and that one's in there. Point Warriors. Anna Martin in now for service for Southern Wesleyan, trailing by 2. And we've got blood on a player, so we've got to get that removed. We'll take a timeout. As we get this checked out. Remember, your Warriors will be back in action tomorrow, 2 o'clock at home. They play host to the Converse Valkyries. Converse will come into the contest 2-3 in conference play, 5-14 overall. Warriors will also be in action here on Monday, the rare Monday matchup, as Elizabeth City State rolls into Central South Carolina, 7 p.m. first serve. Right back here in historic Tysinger. So it looks like we're all ready to go here. 9-7 the Saints lead in set 3. Here come the Saints far side on the attack. Dug out by Martin. Sheets goes back to Stone. Stone pops it over. Here come the Saints now on the attack. Far side again. And this time the Saints get that point. That's number 7, who's able to put it away. (10-7) in favor of the visiting Saints. Martin to Sheets, far side to Stone. Stone just can't get over top of it. So it goes long, point for the Saints. Battle at the net, won by Limestone. Point Saints. 12-7 now here in set 3 is number 19, Yeager from Sacramento, California, enters the contest for Limestone. Sheets goes far side, punched over by Stone. Here come the Saints now, up and over the block. Souls and Stone try to get that one, but no chance. And it's down and point for the Saints. Z is in for the Warriors. Popped over by Bass. Here come the Saints now. Dumped and down. So points for the Saints. They extend their lead here in set 3. 14-7 now. Saints. As Blast gets that point for the Saints. Second timeout called here in set 3 by Coach Reiniger and the Warriors. We trail 15-7 here in set 3. Listen to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network. Back here in historic Tysinger, set 3 continues, and that serve sails just wide. Point Warriors. Stone out, Letcher in for Southern Wesleyan. Jordan Smith in for the Saints. Saints now, middle set, middle attack comes. And that's wide and out of play in front of the Warriors bench. Point Southern Wesleyan. (15-9) Saints lead. Letcher with service. Middle set, far side attack. Blocked and down. Point Southern Wesleyan. Look like Z and Bass there on the block. Letcher continues with service and gets the ace there. A freshman out of Crestwood, Kentucky. Served one up there. 15-11 now in favor of the Saints as Letcher continues to serve. Far side on the attack is Williams. Finds a spot. Warriors are in the net as well, so point Saints. Number 18 into the contest for the Saints. 6'3", Walker from Southfield, Michigan, in for the Saints. Moonball doesn't get over the net. Point Warriors. Holford in for Z. Souls ready for service with Southern Wesleyan, trailing by 4 here in set 3. Receive back row. Middle attack comes, and the 6'3" redshirt sophomore Walker with the point for the Saints. Souls to Letcher to Bass. Point Saints. (18-12). Letcher able to get there, and Holford able to get it over. Good hustle. Blocked and knocked around by Southern Wesleyan. Good effort, but a double hit called against the Warriors. And point to Limestone. 19-12 here in set 3. Point to the Saints. 20-12 here in set 3. Letcher to Holford. Blocked by the Saints. And down, point, Limestone. (21-12) in favor of the Saints. Martin, Letcher, back to the Warriors. Holford to Sheets, and blocked again by the Saints. And those two back-to-back blocks led by number 18, Zariah Walker, the 6'3" middle, doing damage. Sheets able to get it across, and the Saints now come far side on the attack with Williams. Dug out there by Martin. Letcher, this side to Sheets. Sheets goes back row this time. Dumped over by the Saints, and that's a double hit. Point for the Warriors. Vonins and Johnson in for Southern Wesleyan. 22-13 in favor of the Saints here in set 3. Some kind of illegal rotation or set by the Saints. Point Southern Wesleyan. Saints now. Middle attack comes. 4 hits called against Limestone. Point to the Warriors. (22-15). Limestone now. Far side on the attack with Williams. Blocked back over by the Warriors. Again, Williams blocked again by the Warriors, but this time out of play. Point, Limestone. (23-15). Vonins, Letcher to Johnson. And the Saints into the net, so point Warriors. Four hits again against Limestone, so the point to the Warriors. 23-17 in favor of the Saints. Sheets to Holford. Back row, dug out by the Saints. Tipped up over the block, but Sheets is there. Vonins to Johnson. Dug out back row by the Saints. Far side on the attack come the Saints. And the Warriors can't get that one, so 4 touches against Southern Wesleyan. That gives the point to the Saints. Souls to Sheets to Johnson, and down point Warriors. (24-18) in favor of Limestone here in set 3. Limestone far side now on the attack, rolls one over the block and down, and that's going to do it. 25-18. And Southern Wesleyan falls in 3 to Limestone here in historic Tysinger. Remember, your Warriors will be back in action tomorrow, 2 o'clock first serve, as the Warriors host the Comforts College Valkyries right here in historic Tysinger. Thanks for listening to Warrior Volleyball on the SWU Sports Network.
A trip to McAllister's is like visiting a lifelong friend. One who believes the recipe for good times calls for heartfelt conversation over a handcrafted meal. Knows just how you like your tea. Always has a refill ready. And welcomes every guest with their favorite food made to order. The kind of friend who is always up for trying something new. And who you can count on for that familiar feeling of home. McAllister's Deli. Great food brings us together.
When we travel, we expect to be uncomfortable. We long for the security and the comfort of home. But here at Best Western, we focus on providing you with the most ample accommodations imaginable. We want to be your home away from home. Your security and comfort when the road is long. We want to gather and build friendships and families, strengthen community, and sustain athleticism. Here, we celebrate fun, hard work, and enjoy the wonderful world around us. Here, we want your downtime to be just as amazing as your game time. And finally, when it's time to leave, we hope you'll want to stay.